Hi, Division 2. Hope you guys are doing well at home and you're enjoying spending time with your siblings and parents at home. And yeah, I'm in the classroom right now and it feels strange and very quiet and empty without you all in here with your laughter and your company. So yeah, it feels a little strange right now, but I'm excited to get remote learning up and running on the class website and on Microsoft Teams, and we will still find ways to connect with each other. Just looks a little different right now. So this first video, I'm in our classroom right now, and I'm making a little video to help you organize your school materials and workstations at home. So I know some of you might have a desk in your bedroom, or maybe you'll be using the dining room table or the coffee table, something in a family room. Anything works. I just want to help you organize some of your materials because you guys have become so organized in the classroom with your binders and your yellow bins and all that stuff. So now at home, it's going to look a little bit different. We won't need all the same materials that we were using in the classroom. So I'll explain that in this video. Yeah, so it would be great if you could find a space at home where you'll be doing your schoolwork, and preferably a space where you can leave your schoolwork out. You don't need to clear off that area at the end of a day because it's going to be used for something else. So if you can find a spot to lay out your stuff and it's just going to stay there. So I'm going to tilt the video, my computer down in just a minute because I have a pretend workstation back here and would love for you guys to make yours kind of similar. So you're going to need at home either a binder or notebooks or Duotang. So in my example, I'm using Duotangs, so you might have some at home. I don't want you guys to have to go out and go shopping. So if you're able to find these at home, Duotangs, or if you can find notebooks or a binder. So right when we start using the class website next week, it won't include all of our subjects that we were already doing. We'll start to add more on as we get more used to things, but in the beginning, we're going to go pretty slow just to get used to using the class website every day, using Microsoft Teams. And just because I know everything going on at home right now is a lot, so for different families. So we're just going to go slow in the beginning. Okay, so maybe I'll explain the Duotangs first. So I've separated them into 3 Duotangs. This one is Brainbuster and Math. I've put that together. This one is writing, reading, and grammar. I've put that together. So you could pause the video at this point if you're labeling stuff. And this one is science and socials. In each Duotang, I've used a sticky note to divide the sections. So if this is Brainbuster and Math, I've put a little sticky note in the middle so I know that this is where math starts. Okay? In this Duotang, reading is at the front, then comes writing, then comes grammar. This one, science and socials, just needs 1 sticky note to divide it up. Okay, so I've done it in a Duotang. You could do that in a notebook if you need, or if you have binders at home with dividers, it's up to you. Some of you really techie kids out there, maybe you have a laptop at home or an iPad that's just to yourself. So maybe you've decided, I'm not going to write anything down. I'm just going to make files on my laptop or whatever. That's totally an option. But this is kind of the way I've organized it. Okay. I'm just going to tilt down so you can see. So Duotangs are there. I've got my device out and it's on the class website because that's what we'll be using every day. So keeping that there. Got my pencils and my pencils and my pens and highlighters, erasers that will just stay there. I've got headphones here because we will be doing read alouds regularly. So instead of me reading to you guys after lunch like I would normally do, we will be listening to a read aloud. So I've got headphones here in case your parents are on a work call or the TV is on, so you can stay focused. I've got my water bottle, pens, coloring materials if I need them at some point. This part is to help you stay organized each day. So if you have a little mini whiteboard at home, that'd be great. You could just do this on a lined piece of paper. I would love for every morning for you to write down what are the tasks that you need to get done that day. So if this is Monday, April 6th, I've written down some things that I might have assigned. And I put a little check box so I can check it off every time I've finished. So that will keep you very organized. So I've done it on a whiteboard. You could do that, or just a lined piece of paper. I've made a question sheet that says questions to ask Miss Lane. So if you're working through your math and your reading and your writing, whatever, and you've got a question for me, you can just email me or ask me on Microsoft Teams right away if you have your device handy. But if, for example, you and a sibling are sharing a device and your sibling is doing their schoolwork on the iPad, so you don't forget your question, make a little list of questions that you have for me. Or maybe your parents are on the computer right now, so you can't email me your question. So write down your questions for me. And then when you get a chance to get online, you can send them to me. So I'm going to keep that next to my workstation so that I don't forget my question. So later on, I'm like, what was that question I want to ask Miss Lane? So you'll remember. That's kind of everything. This is the really important part. I really just don't want your workstation to be, a pile of lined pieces of paper that aren't in any kind of duotang or binder, that haven't been labeled, and then they're just kind of stack of papers. Similar to in the classroom, we don't shove our papers into our yellow bins. We put them into our binders, into the proper section, or in our duotangs. So I want you to still practice that at home, so that when we conference on Fridays, and I might say, okay, grade 7s, take out your math. We're going to go over the answers. You just have to find your math section and go to your math section, and then you've got your questions. If you have a stack of lined pieces of paper, it's going to be so hard to find it, especially for grade 7s moving to high school next year. We're practicing our organizational skills. And grade 6s, it's great for you guys too. The last thing I want to mention is that in my duotangs, I would label each section so that I know what I'm doing, Brainbuster, and then what's the date. So I've written the date and then the questions I would answer. So same with math. When it gets to math, write the date, Tuesday, April, whatever, and then the questions. And then when it gets to Wednesday, then write that down. Okay? Because if you just write all the questions down with no date, you're going to get confused what came from what day. All right? So that's everything for this video. I hope that it was nice to see the classroom and see my face and it kind of seem a little bit more familiar here. I definitely miss all of you, and I don't think any of us predicted that this is how term 3 would be, but it's a learning experience for everybody, and I'm kind of excited to get Microsoft Teams up and running and seeing what online learning is going to look like. But please know, students and families, that I'm pretty fast at responding to my emails, but I will be even faster now because I want to be able to help you with your schoolwork throughout the day. I don't want you to be doing your math thinking I'm totally alone doing this. I will be answering MS Teams questions or email questions right away. So yeah, that's everything for this video. I'm sure I'll make more YouTube videos as the weeks roll out. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful, and please set up your workstation similar, and it will really help you be organized and stay on top of your schoolwork. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.